He's got all of this deep space. Krizen's locked in. You're sort of nervously anticipating this. Kaspersky's now holding under, expecting the reinforcements to be there. Stown misses his moment. And Nilo will punish Snappy aggressing off of that contact.
Gotta be ready for Nilo. Stown is actually allowed to get backside, so not the immediate pop. I don't know where this sniper is. He dropped this smoke in towards short. We're gonna go back to A. They've not got anyone lurking in Palace or Ramp, so they're going to A. They're walking into this double setup on site itself, and then Kaspersky plays close to Murder Hole. And now he can reposition the ticket.
That's the bomb. Molly thrown forward. Oh, Shush has still got an opportunity, but Note's been tagged down as well. Swing in towards CT. Kaspersky hits the instant headshot. 3 versus 2. Bomb won't get denied. It's potentially still could be something in this round for Heroic. Krizen just needs to try and escape. He's only on 10 HP. The wall bang, the spam, the harassment. Enough to completely throw him off course. And Martinez drops next. But as Nilo jumps up, he gets not only a kill, but also a dink onto Kaspersky. You know exactly where each other are. Headshot needs to be hit for Kaspersky. Nilo's making it tricky. And on the cross, he'll claim the fight. It's by a slim margin, but Heroic able to hold on.
I really thought NIP had that round with the setup they have, but Note goes wanting. Shush gets one before he goes. A really nice kill just through that little gap in the boxes. But thorough clear onto Note. And then Stown going up on the ticket just gets punished. Brilliant from Nilo. Quad kill in the round. When Stown spotted Chris and top mid, it was like that Metal Gear Solid, like alarm noise above his head. Little warning signal. This one looks to be direct. The A bomb site, they start to gather outside of it. At the moment, NIP, a lot of focus on middle.
That's what Heroic have mostly been. It's nice that Stown has started in towards connector though, because that means he can just come over, adopt this aggressive ramp angle. Smokes come in. Breaks may be available. Shush has already pushed further forward. Look at the rotates down off the back of the break, able to get rid of Shush. Spam out of Brolin enough to find him. And Krizen's lurk's brilliant. Through the stairs, Smoke. Snappy then steps in from CT. It's so chaotic on the bomb site. And Heroic now look to reduce, bring a little bit of calm in the chaos. Smoke dribble forward by the AWPer to maybe give Snappy more room, or maybe to take pop shots. But look at Note as well. Fast ramp through Palace, then goes the shot through the smoke. Martinez drops next. You've got no idea about the impending doom that you're in if you're Heroic. Bomb to be planted, but punished immediately. And now Nilo, from his favorite position, where he won the round in the previous, has to go one better. Set these kills, make it immediate, but Stown's there. It's reposition after reposition from NIP. And Heroic cannot get consecutive rounds in this map.
Yeah, both IGLs making those pushes through the smokes, but I think the Snappies is a little bit more impactful because Brolin has the bomb. I think he's about to plant it as well. Snappy just pushes through, denies that, and by the time they can recover the C4, all the smokes have faded. They've got nothing they can replenish. And these repositions from NIP, as you mentioned, they're kind of all over. They're not quite sure where these fights are coming from. Note's flanking. There's just so many layers to this. That's a ridiculous kill from Stown. I mean, you can't anticipate that. So direct call called, and NIP had the personnel to deal with it. 3 players, over 100 ADR, and one that's not far off.
Talk about output. It's been relentless. And to be honest with you, NIP haven't really done anything tricky. They've just been really well versed to deal with these A hits. Body language says a lot from Krizen as well. Multiple rounds, hands off keyboard, spare etched off of his face. And now they rely on the Tech 9s and the quick punchy burst to try and get them in. Orb rattles off. Shush, baited in somewhat, but the spray actually tamed for a kill. Kaspersky then steps in to try and help out his AWPer. the spam's not quite working. At least there's trades here for NIP. Heroic yet again breach a bomb site, but it's just whether they can hold on to it. Player disadvantage, and it gets a hell of a lot worse. The Snappy and Note will clean up and mop up Heroic one more time.
Note's playing some very, very confident Counter-Strike right now, which is exactly what you want to see from him. We've seen some fantastic series. He actually was brilliant against Heroic in the last outing. Like, he was, I think, the best performing player in that series for them. It was either him or Stown. It was Note, 1.29 rating. So maybe he's just like the anti-Heroic merchant.
Kryptonite.
Feels it.
Anti-Heroic merchant. So funny. And there's that aggression. Finally, we get to see it. Shush pushes under, deletes sus. Your round ruined again so early. Prison will at least find Kaspersky. 2 more players lie in wait, and look at Note go. He spammed. He's still got a kill. Oh, my goodness me. How's he managed that then? A double up. Snappy's pushed the balcony. But it's
nice
still,
shot.
it's still a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, that's made this interesting. Now, Snappy's got the winning position if they go B.
And Shush has got it if they go A.
Okay, so they're just going to sit in the extremities. Palace and Apps. They've found their accommodations. Where are these unwanted guests going to show up?
Oh, that's the fact that they spam out Note down to 1 HP and then he gets a double. Shush is going for an explore because you can't both remain passive in this 2v2. You have to link up somewhat. If he goes ramp, that's fine. And he is. Snappy then starts to creep back forward. Paranoia etches in for Heroic because they have to clear every single angle. Maybe they go murder hole to B. Instead, 20 seconds. Shush doesn't reveal his head until the perfect moment. And he knows that he can just get out of there. Nilo has to try and force this fight. Shush on the off angle, ready for Nilo. Extremities pay off, and NIP can't lose.
Such good timing for Shush. And if he'd stayed Palace, he wouldn't have had that angle to deal with Krisen either. So really nice timing. Like, could not be better. Krisen's just about to pull that bomb out. Like, he's looking everywhere nervously. Couldn't have hoped for a better moment for Shush. He gets 3 in the round. Note gets that double, as you mentioned. Just absurdity that he's able to pull that off. 9 and 2. This is a very different looking NIP from the last outing.
I know you predicted them to win, but I think it's fair to say we didn't expect this much of a drubbing.
No, this is kind of remarkable. Kaspersky buys the Zeus just because he's got the money in the final round. So it gets in the way when I do that because you want to pull your knife out quickly.
More harassment. Nade lands on Krisen. At least it doesn't do a heap of damage.
A lot of space.
Look at Palace again. That they've just pushed it. That they've got the control.
And I'm just going to have 3 players waiting on B.
Perfect.
There is a slight concern about mid, like the windows. I think Snappy's going to move. This is going to be a B hit. Warming up for it. Tinas has 1 smoke. There's no flashbangs for this. She's a player in con, but that's not going to change this setup. Utility starts to come over. Note, just tucks in anti, but there's no flashbangs coming. So they can just hold their ground, take their fights, and they'll do so happily. Snappy falls. That's the only casualty in trying to breach B. Starts to get something on his leg, but Martinez alone in the apartments as the bomb dropped. Krisen, has he even got time? It might have fallen out, but he'd need to find 2 instant kills. And even that's looking very unlikely. Stown puts him down, and NIP dominate this first half.
well, comprehensive on the CT side for NIP. Double digits on the CT side of Mirage. And for Heroic, their map pick isn't going the greatest as we come back to the battle together with Stake. There's a lot at stake here. Loser eliminated. NIP trying to make sure it's not them. A bound out, a drop down for Shush. And look at how quick this is. Martinez needs to get his dualies out. He isn't going to be ready for Connector, surely. No, has to reposition. Brolin's already been dinked and dealt with. Now the flank comes in from Nilo, and he's found a triple. Maybe that's the saving grace that Heroic needed.
He can't get the kill back, and now he's alone. Nilo, where does that come from? Out of nowhere. 3 bodies fall in quick sequence. That was looking disastrous. The fast play up from Con, looking to run them over. Then Nilo finds his moment. Have to get to see that sequence back, because that was just 3 kills in like a second. So the bodies littering the map. So you got a good line.
I imagine no one looked from Con. is what happened there. They just wanted to go so fast up A, and when they got that kill on Brolin, they think that they've just got the round in its entirety. But no, Nilo steps in. A necessary pistol for Heroic. Nilo looking to add even more kills to his tally alongside Martinez. These would be nice confidence kills. But he gets dinked. Nilo, though, not having the same issues. I say that. He will get removed after his triple. Prison will clean. And that's relatively damage-free for Heroic.
Yeah, as long as they can recover the M4 and don't lose that, it's all fine. That one's pretty simple. Because you don't need to be so glum. You guys are up 10 to 3, 10 to 4.
It's been happening a lot, though, I will say. Like, in CS2, comebacks have been a lot more prominent because of MR12. Big thank you, as always, to Lorgar. They're providing the PCs for the main event here at StarSeries. I've seen a lot of ridiculous comebacks. I mean, Jonespace nearly had a comeback on Cash. Being 11-5 down. Anything's possible. You just don't need to get jaded by occasional comebacks that have happened to you before.
Prison was spotted, so full focus Kaspersky, go find him. Yeah. Crazy dink, but it's an opening frag. Nade doesn't hit Kaspersky. Nilo's looking to get something back. This will reposition. Might net him some success. Good. No. No, rips his head off, and now you're in a 5-on-3.
But they at least have got the majority of the defenders in the right place. And they both have rifles to try and deal with this. Obviously, there's a little bit of uncertainty about middle. With Kaspersky pushing first, this should be at least a guaranteed kill for Susp, who desperately needs to get a multi-kill. Clear. Oh, half checked. Susp able to deliver on that promise of the multi. Martinez now just sets in. Surely you don't expect there to be another one right by the van. Jump out, but he takes his shot. Doesn't matter. Still will find Snout. That's beautiful from Martinez and Susp, and Heroic will recover the situation.
Yeah, Heroic, in a way, a bit lucky that they gambled the right bomb site there. That's a 5-on-3 and a 3-on-5 for Heroic to bring through. I really like the way it opened for NIP. Like, Stan is just spamming from top mid through the smoke. He's trying to really put up a big display there. And he gets that information on the jump away that there's this player in Con. And it's all while this 3-player train just slowly crawls through in underpass. But it doesn't work out. That one's a rough one to lose.
Wow.
Yeah. Shiny new banner we have. Oh, what a kill.
Stake odds heavily in favor of NIP, which makes sense, since it was a 10-2 half. Nilo just needs to not let his guard down over towards the B apartments. That's currently where the bomb is situated. Oh, Down really wants a gun. Instead, he's going to get a nade. In fact, it's Note that takes the brunt of the damage. Roland. So close to Snappy. But Crizzen will realise it. Snappy will find the frag back. 4v3. Made a little bit more even by Nilo. Still could be a little bit scary. A headshot out the Deagle would be enough to put down the Rifleman. But Nilo is making sure he gets as many casualties as possible before he falls, if he even falls. In fact, that isn't happening anymore. Snappy will now have to concede this round. And Heroic from 10-2 have now made it 10-6.
There's a bit of threat in this round, though, isn't there? And that snappy kill comes in, but I don't think he'll get past Martinez. No. Another quad kill from Nilo. He's definitely stepping up on the CT half, providing that necessary output. Fantastic shot, Deagle. Nilo never misses a beat. Every player currently on NIP is positive in the kill department. Now we are starting to get a few of those heroic individuals providing the output. Nilo, Crizzen, both rising in their standings on the scoreboard. Really looking at Martinez with this AWP now to be the real difference maker.
Yeah, if he starts joining in with Heroic, then NOP have really got to be careful. It's actually just been the CT carry out of Nilo and Crizzen, to be fair, on CT side. And Nilo will be given that opportunity. At least this information gained. You don't really want to press the issue. Spam. Taunting. No, more than anything. We know you're in there.
He's looking forward his Note. Must be scared away. Really wants to put that pressure on, get more util out of them. Smoke does land. Maybe you really want to go back to B again. All right. Nido's actually left bomb site itself, and even Susp has moved into short temporarily. We'd love this pick. Just to put that concern into them.
It still is concerning.
Yeah, there's only Susp here right now.
Oh, the angle is pretty decent. He doesn't see anyone yet. If he jumps up, that could be a mistake. But now the utility outpours, and they just don't clear him. Good trade. Still ready for Nilo. Spotted, but not dealt with. Down can just get on the angle, although the bomb needs to be scooped up and planted. Crizzen makes his way over. He crosses that line in the sand, close towards the doors. Great shot out of Note. And now the AWP can get on the angle, but Crizzen will best him. 3 versus 2, and it gets a whole lot worse. Note now forced to clutch, now forced to hit every headshot, and he can't quite do it. There's Martinez, and Heroic continue to try and stabilize.
Whoa, that one is on fine margins. Can't believe Down gets bested by the rifle in that swing from Market. Note with some absurd headshots coming through, every single one instantaneous. He just had a little bit more HP. He might just win that round right there, but a single pistol shot gets him done. Round by round, Heroic are building into this. There's that giveaway, as mentioned. 8 gaming mice up for grabs. Details in the banner.
Just a reminder, 0 T-side rounds for NIP at this current moment in time. feels like they need to find a breakthrough soon. Because Heroic are now catching up. Starting to breathe down their neck. Important gun round here for NIP. 3 players start underpass. Stown will drop the utility. Prison is always on the lookout, anticipating this boost up. Oh, and Spersky make it in towards the window.
He jumps out to make it seem like Note's not there. Look, free tip for you, NIP. Stop going to Nilo and B. Please. He's just owning you. And now there's basically 3 players over here.
They're not going to listen. Another re-smoke. That's so well timed. Susp not affected by the molly, but affected by the bullets. Martinez then gets on the angle. Susp does a lot of damage, but it's no kill. Nilo hides. Just tries to bait himself in. In comes that activation out of Note. So maybe if you can overwhelm Nilo from every single angle, that could be the way forward. Spotted, but not dealt with. Nilo has been able to deal with Note. It's down. Now trying to wrestle for the control. Will hit the headshot. Martinez left alone. They know exactly where he is and towards the connector. And he can't find the shot onto Snappy. It's that extra element, that boost in towards the window, the Note flank enough for NIP finally to post around on this T side.
Poor Nilo is still that turret, right? Like, that just comes down to a single 1v1. Every time you go to his bomb site, like, it's costing you player after player. Down bests him just about, but it's the finest margin to get this first T round. His Note timing is fantastic. And good luck from Snappy too. Gets to the 2 mid players with that timing.
Oh yeah, what are these odds saying now? Look at that. Look at how far it has come back in favour of Heroic. NIP still favoured. Weekly reload. Still being offered up by Stake. Click on the banner. Just below the stream. Look, that's the first round that NIP have got, but it does put them onto 11. Now the A-bomb site is going to be limit tested, and I don't think Stown's aware how close these ramp players truly are.
Yeah, Kaspersky, you're about to get a rude awakening. Oh, actually manages to get one, but quick trade comes in and they explode onto site. Nilo gets spammed out. They forced into this. Money was wanting, which is why they got aggressive. The spam from Crizin does deny that bomb. Keeps this in a possible round. Now it's planted. There is a kit on Crizin. But finding the fights, it's too hard.
Also, you've got the conversation of money being limited. So if you go for it, you throw the AWP away. That's something you definitely do not have. Crizin saves. He can drop another rifle. That's the breakthrough that NIP needed. Back-to-back rounds after 5 of wanting. They've given themselves enough buffer in that first half to set themselves up to close.
Let's just go to A. I swear that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 5 rounds in a row in B. Okay, so it's a very similar financial situation for Heroic here. And more split. Oh, the AWP is... That's a fantastic molly. Forces down straight into Martinez.
Does that make you go? Because you know the AWP's over here now? Yeah, no, seems to think so. That's a shot, but Sus baited in brilliantly, although Crizin will fall. You know about the player at Ticket, you know about the player under Palace, but knowing about them is one thing, dealing with them is another. Sus now finds an AK. Spam from Ramp and Palace. These are the only 2 players left, and they're just going to get re-smoked and blocked. I think Heroic done enough here, surely. So, wild rotation out of Martinez.
As long as you don't get instantly deleted here, but nice angle from Susp. He's had a fantastic round. Oh, completes the quad kill. That round hinged on the instant kill at ticket. That doesn't come in. I think there was like a dink through the box, which gave him like the confidence that it happened. And Susp just capitalizes off it from his little tucked in position, gets his multi. Also, fantastic molly to get this opener.
A step in the right direction. Win this one, money's broken. Double digits. Can be claimed here by Heroic. Although, we are not live. NIP, you just have to wait a couple more extra seconds before jumping back in. Regardless of what this result ends up being, in terms of obviously like Heroic will either force overtime or they won't, I still think considering where they were, this gives them a foundation to work on for Nuke. Because if they got absolutely blindsided here on Mirage, because it was a 10-2 half, then you go into Nuke, like 13-3, 13-4, you just give it to NIP almost on the spot because of how good they've been on that map and how difficult it's been for Heroic to break them on Nuke. But now instead, I think you definitely give Heroic the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, if Nilo doesn't get that like triple kill in the pistol round and throw it back in their favor, you know, the pistol goes to NIP.
Oh, yeah.
It just becomes a complete write-off. It's a very different situation. Much more tightly contested now. Snappy's favorite. He still needs Nuke kind of philosophy on Mirage.
He doesn't really do that on Nuke anymore, though, I've noticed. Like, last couple of weeks, I've
That's
barely seen any of the A rushes.
Yeah, because everyone knows it now.
It's been more just outside. Okay, let's see if the B hit will work. Also, the rotations are a little bit further away. Susp, Nilo looking to defend. Susp starts off strongly. Nilo follows through. And I was going to say there was no way through, but maybe there is a chance. Susp, though. Oh, that's brilliant. Kaspersky, last player standing. Prison's already made it over towards the bench. Kaspersky's got no idea. Yeah, this tucked in position is going to win the round. Or the Martinez AWP shot. One of the two. We'll lock it in, although... Oh, spotted but not claimed. Brilliant round again out of Susp.
Will you learn your lesson, old man? This B side is locked out.
But maybe if we go there one more time, it'll work.
See, they only have to get through there once, you know?
That's it.
And they've won.
Or you could go A.
Yeah, we could go B 3 times more.
Hero AK, Kaspersky. And it's gone. Although, Snappy not spotted under. But Roland is just killing everyone.
Some frags. He's not had many opportunities. Snappy had the bomb. They want to let Brolin get some frags, do an IP, confidence for him. Oh, nice shot from Shush, considering no armor. He actually got shot first as well. That's a pretty remarkable kill to hit.
Watch this be the craziest 2v5 to close the map.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, Shush is already repositioning towards ramp. Obviously, the main source of power in this round is Note grabbing the bomb. There goes Shush, and there goes Note. Not happening as much as we tried to speak it into existence. That's double digits for Heroic. What's that saying? Something, crazy comebacks always happen in CS2?
Yeah, you kind of spoke this into existence, to be honest.
Heroic, I expect my check in the mail.
And maybe take the timeout. They'll have the rifles out. Got the AWP 2 for down.
Surely you can't go B with the AWP.
He tried once, didn't he? Didn't work out. It's a boost instead. Yeah, he wouldn't have wanted to go B because Martinez has started there.
Oh, Molly missed. That does mean that you'll probably give more attention in towards middle. If you're Heroic. Elo in ladder. They always seem to have this mid control, NIP. It's just about what they can do with it after the fact. Ooh. Nade would have been well placed. Still could be. Nope. He just moves forward, ahead. It's a good timing. Out Kaspersky. Snappy says A.
Okay, well, they'll avoid the AWP at least. There are going to be 3 riflers here you have to contend with. At least Nilo isn't one of them. Thought Kaspersky was maybe going to lurk mid, but he's just going to group up with them. Sus tucks in towards Firebox. Brolin back to ticket. And Crizin playing over stairs. Utility comes over. Note just sitting ahead of the flames. There comes the smoke. There comes the burst. There comes Brolin. A great instant headshot. Sus hasn't needed to reveal himself yet because the kills are coming through from his teammates. And now Sus is in the round-winning position.
Disbanded.
Oh, and Note is found too, but Sus never cleared. It's the bomb spammed out. Kaspersky and Note, they combine. Where's this final player? 10 seconds, the swing, and now you know.
It's the bomb.
Kaspersky's so far away, he has to pick up the bomb. He has to plant. He's just got to stick it. Martinez thinks it's a fake, but the bomb goes down. Now the retake on. Kaspersky wondering, has Martinez moved around? Martinez has got to wonder, where has Kaspersky moved to? Does the shadow spot? No, it's the swing out. Martinez, patient. We'll close out the 1v2 and keep Heroic in it.
Oh my goodness me. Finally, output from Martinez to close a round for Heroic. The fact that he is patient, the fact that he waits for that bomb to go down. Kaspersky just feels so unsettled in that situation. I thought his angle was so good. He just holds jungle. He lets Martinez out, but no, the internal timer kicks in. NIP still favored, but this is all of the rounds. The utility not really here for NIP, but neither is the personnel on an A. That will start to shift and change. Feels like this push up through Con could be quickly arriving, but
Timing's good for Kaspersky. Sus never saw him, but Nilo might. Oh, he looks back.
Wow.
Can't believe he looks back at that timing. Susper just cleared it, and then Stown gets caught in the smoke. Oh, this is looking like it's going to OT. A 10-2 half into overtime. Heroic have pulled off the comeback.
That's amazing. Like, fair play, Heroic. Like, what a brilliant comeback that is. We have seen 4 T rounds. All map. Every single player steps up for Heroic when necessary. Spoke about it looking cosmetic rather than competitive. But no, they are right back in the thick of things now, and all of the pressure now mounts on the shoulders of NIP. Look at this. They're into overtime, and they call the timeout immediately. That's the only one they've got for the rest of this match, unless it goes OT again.
Unbelievable. They felt like they could have had this in round 23. A 2-on-1 undone by Martinez. You just need 1 T round in this OT and you think you've got it in the bag.
This feels so much like state ranks, doesn't it? You know, the Inferno game. NIP just so much in the lead. Heroic able to come back. That one they were able to win. This one is just an extension of play. Watch NIP get the first round in OT here.
Yeah, on B as well. No, it's an aid.
Very proactive over at ramp as well. Look, they've pushed. They've got the space. Does that change the setup and the dynamic of the round? Potentially, Crizzen staring. But it's Martinez that will also secure. That's the bomb dropped and picked up. Spam brilliant through the smoke, got onto Stown. NIP are falling apart.
Yeah, it's just too obvious what's about to play out. Sus has seen note. Martinez will pluck him. It's felt all too simple.
Wow. And do you know what's hilarious? The switch up for Heroic in this round is they put Nilo A, just in case. You can't avoid him forever. Hilariously, they go B when he's not there. He's still able to get that double kill. Get more fresh air in if you're snappy. But Heroic have breathed new life into their map pick.
Struggling to find these kills. And Martinez is feeling emboldened. He had a really rough start, but he's certainly warmed into things. He'll leave pretty soon, but the kill comes through before he goes, and he's looking for more. Oh, when he even gets a second. Pure confidence. As NIP is shredded. Yeah, no, you can try to make a play now, but it's so obvious this is coming. Everyone's holding.
Crizzen will cook, but look at the reaggression. I love this so much. Out of Susp. Rollins in Palace. Shush and Stown are just isolated in the middle of the map. No clue where to go. Every angle feels dangerous. And the AWP is, of course, always on the angle. Shush, not a whole lot he can do. NIP have been silenced. It could be back-to-back flawless rounds here for Heroic. And it will be a quad out of Martinez. Body language has completely changed sides.
$10-2 up. 12-7. Where they managed to get it to. Only one round has even come close since that moment that they found 12. Yeah, Yeah, the default's just not working. They're getting picked apart. You just got to keep it direct. Tech9 and a Deagle part of the play. And moving here to A could be the right time for it. No one's actually playing up close. Brolin at triple, falls back to Ticket. And a play above this smoke, see if he can catch anything on the edge of it. And he will. No, dispatched of. Shush, low, Snappy, falls. Shush finally gets one back, but Brolin quick on the trade. Kaspersky's trying to get tricky, stuck on Nilo. Can't find him, can't find anything. Heroic, they don't drop a round in OT.
Please use progressive flashbangs, NIP. You use all of your flashbangs to get the players out ramp. You don't use any to force Brolin off Ticket, to force these players back on jungle. Every single flash was used for entry. And because there's not a single follow-through, Heroic have just got free reign. And Joe, I know you're operating with a Tech9 and the Deagle, but that has been a consistent thing on this T side. The util has been used to get them in, but not to get them further forward. And Heroic, they are so free just to break the smokes continuously. Recycle grenades of their own. Make life difficult. But now, it's this T side that was elusive for Heroic as well. But they've got 3 chances to gain 1 round.
Let's not forget that both these teams got 2 T rounds. But your confidence is shot right now if you're NIP. I feel like nothing has been working. It's almost an opening kill. Kaspersky does get it. So Nilo picked. Sus limping. Kaspersky, ooh, a little bit of something.
Great flash.
So no, gets the frag, and then Martinez punishes down. Player advantage. Players are low, but you've got more of them.
Look at Shush. He's under a lot of pressure because he knows about Connector. He also knows about Palace. He's just got to try and pick an angle, and he's got to be delicate. Krisen walking over the top, but that's where Brolin will step in and get the trade. You can do that because you got the advantage. Snappy, first responder on the scene. Here for NIP, but Brolin is locked in and holding for him. And this is going to be the beginning of the end. Surely. Note has been superb. But a 1 versus 3 offered up to his plate. And then
Cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm coated in Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
On that CT side, that's just where you had that massive comeback. So for NIP, it just doesn't get any easier. At least they've been able to maintain their win streak. It now extends to 6 maps. And one of those includes beating Heroic. But Heroic are beating the Mongols on this map. They did lose overall in that series, but they did beat Mongols on it pretty decisively. Martinez was a force to be reckoned with on that map. Beat K27 as well. They're beating 3D Max on this map, and Aurora. So I think that there's definitely some notable wins in there for Heroic. And as you say, after that comeback, I think it's really difficult for NIP. Of course, you can talk about professionalism and the reset and the bounce back. The reality of the situation is you're up 10-2 and you just lost.
Yeah, it's a really crushing way for it to go. For Heroic, you're just going to be feeling so buoyed off the back of it. In fact, that it wasn't just like you had one player hyper carrying you through that second half. It was really everyone. Obviously, there was a lot of tests on B that Nilo really held, but everyone contributing. Martinez, that CT side, was such a resurgence. He went 15-2 in the end. Like, it was outrageously good on that CT side. And we can see the stake odds are reflecting the current state of affairs after that first map. Yeah, that's a brutal one. And you don't want to be facing a Martinez in this form on the CT side of Nuke.
No, you don't. If you want to sign up to stake, you can use the code STAR35. If you deposit $20, you get $35 in $5 increments over the week. Definitely worth your while. Stown absent on that T side, it has got to be said. He was doing all of the work on the defense, then he got 3 kills in totality on the offense. Vibes are going to be so good for Heroic. For NIP, it's just a case of shaking it off, but unlocking back in. And yes, that is possible, but it is going to be dangerous. It is going to be tricky, especially when you start on a T side of a map that is heavily CT sided.
Yeah, obviously we're not going to be getting there for a bit, but I do hope we see a bit more out of the T side of Heroic here on Nuke. We've seen them played a few times, and it felt like with each further map we saw from them, it did feel like it did get a bit more evolved, but like that first outing was very samey, right? It was very much going outside or going ramp. Like that was their two strats. It was either Kristen outside by himself and everyone else going towards ramp, or it was Brolin inner by himself and everyone outside. So we'll see what Heroic bring out when it gets to that half, but I'll be very happy they got the CT side ahead of them.
Only one set of dualies for Heroic. Lots of utility for NIP. And they're going to get things off with a bang. Dualies land on top part. Martinez blind, but still gets a kill. Roland then steps in, but look at all of the outpour of frags for NIP. They set the tempo early. It's classic Snappy, and now Nilo placed in a really tricky position. First kill was his. Don't want to give him isolated fights, and that's exactly why NIP back out. A silent drop towards this A bomb site. The regrouping over at Squeaky. The spot as well for Nilo. Playing quite well together, especially with Kaspersky swinging. Much better out of NIP. They needed that.
Yeah, I guess I remember the taste of a T-side round. Pistol, best way to get things going and keeping it direct. No mucking around. Straight out through hut. All the standard utility comes through. It's a classic for a reason. Thought for a second that the Hulk was going to come through for Heroic when that first kill comes through from Martinez. Then you have a little edge that Brolin's playing, but no, not enough to get it done. Force buy though. Heroic looking to return the favor. Of course, could backfire spectacularly, especially as the opening kill comes to note.
And a follow through. Now you just have to deal with 5-7s. Roland waiting. Might be given this chance on to note. He was the star for NIP. He was the most consistent player throughout on Mirage. He's being very diligent right now. Doesn't want to give up a kill. Doesn't want to give over a Galil either. Shush holding in case Sus climb up the ladder. Meanwhile, it is NIP being annoying in main. A player in rafters spots out Susp. It's now very tricky for Heroic, and Shush drops down to make Susp's life non-existent. Nilo and Brolin just have to save. And they'll try their best to.
Going to hide down in lower where you can save now if the bomb's planted on 8. And if you just want to remove everything, I don't know if it's really worth the hunt if you give over a Galil. But Snappy gone around the corner.
Oh.
It's okay, but there we go. There's that Galil. Nilo, nice couple of frags. Mag 10 could get picked up as well. So you get a little bit to fight the next round with.
You drop the pistols over as well. That's 4 weapons technically for Heroic. Great opener onto Martinez. The second shot is so sharp. Elo was the bane of NOP's existence on Mirage. He was always too Lorgar. They provide in the PCs for the Star Series main event, www.lorgar.com, as Shush gets a little bit stuck on his teammate, but that molly is going to push Sus out of hut, and ramp is completely open.
Yeah, Nilo not home. So they're just going to walk through. He's playing in heaven, wanting to be active with that Galil. Or you can watch outside. But they're just going to walk down. There's no one here to stop them. Well, very straightforward round for NAB. I suppose you know, right? It's a Galil and Mag 10 kept over. Nothing else. Ramp does feel like a pretty reasonable option. Because you're probably not going to employ, even though Nilo is a ramp player, you're not going to employ that Galil on ramp because it feels like a waste opportunity with the hero rifle.
Oh. If anyone dies here, of it being Chrism, that's fine. And to be honest, I think you just want to throw bodies at this if you're Heroic, because you're buying into the next round anyway. Although maybe the time is just too far gone now. That's 600 for Brolin. Oh. And Nilo will be dropped right at the very end. Alright, there we go. Good fight back immediately. 3-0 for NIP. They got the pistol, they got the conversions. But now we get to see what the Heroic gun rounds look like.
I think Martinez will be happy what Nilo has managed to reward him with. I think the couple of 5-7 kills and the Galil frag have, allowed that AWP. It'll start round, so it's going to allow more players towards A, but direct outside, Note's gotten across and they don't know about it.
They won't know about top main or player over at red either. Snappy will cross. Prison surely dealt with by Kaspersky, and rips A apart. And Nilo finds down, sure, but who cares? Because the entire bomb site deleted and then some by Kaspersky. What a sequence.
That's some pent-up rage from Mirage.
Give him the ace.
Yeah, I mean, that was just gorgeous, those 3 kills. And he will get the ace. AWP recovered. Kaspersky gets 5. Or get completely undone by one man.
God. Wow.
All heads.
That's tough. That's really tough. Of course you take a timeout after that round. That was your first full gunny, and you've been completely dismantled by an angry Polish man. Let's see these odds. Provided by Stake. Yeah, makes sense. Given where the game is right now. As we've said before, weekly reload of $35. If you click the banner below the stream, Martinez has got a scout, 5.7s. For the rest of Heroic, NIP, it should be 5 of the very best rounds to start new.
Can't hope for much better than just to dominate your T side like this. I'm missing beat right now, RNIP. Nilo's on AWP drop duty again. An AK would be really nice. Ooh, Martinez doing some damage. Oh, that was a tag. Take another, it wouldn't be too bad. They're coming over. Oh, and they're waiting for that swing. So no AK held, but Martinez. Some really nice shots with the scout. One more? No.
Well, he's got AWP money now. I mean, beautiful sequence of shots, but the reality is it's kind of inconsequential right now. I mean, Shush is on 9,000. Kaspersky very similar. Heroic have to stick the landing in round 6. Otherwise, it's going to start feeling very similar again to Mirage. I don't think a comeback is happening on the T side of Nuke. I like this opportunity, the walkthrough. Feels like Shush is ready for this possibility. Flashbang, brilliant. Martinez will be dealt with. And Crizzen outside, trying to find an opportunity. Brolan will find his mark, and there goes Crizzen. He was ready for another player. This is looking a lot better. If at NIP, put back into the 2 versus 3 and Stown, he's on an adventure. He might catch Crizzen, but Crizzen feels very aware of this.
It's all going to come to the timing, isn't it? I think Stown might have his number. Oh, still headshot, rains out. But now we're into the 2-on-2. Kaspersky, he can drop down, grab this bomb. Potentially just come through lobby to link up with Stown. Feels like Stown's maybe just going to fake out some presence down here, but I don't think they're going to commit lower.
Nilo.
Still looking for the response. There it is. Kaspersky takes the head off Nilo, and it's got to be Brolin who opened this round up with 2.
Now they're going B as well.
Together, down to that B bomb site. Brolin does ascend, but has come back down. Can he find the timing? No, he goes back up. Looked like he was going to try and catch them there. Still has a chance in this with Stown so low. Maybe he doesn't fancy his odds. Gonna reposition towards single. Doors closed. Kaspersky up in the rafters. Nade. That will take out Stown. Fantastic. And now a chance for Brolin. Up on top. Nice little movement, but Kaspersky's ready for it. It was the right idea from Brolin, but Kaspersky works that round like magic.
So does Stown. That really good timing. Onto Crizzen. Kaspersky just waits very patiently. Now another timeout being called by Heroic. Because again, that was a round that you shouldn't have dropped in the slightest. You're in the player advantage. You've got really good space all over the map. Outside's been dealt with. But ramp open for the taking yet again. And that's been fairly consistent out of Heroic. Haven't had this dedicated player. You've normally had someone just flexing. Relied on the fact that Nilo did so well on B, on Mirage, that NIP don't really want to challenge him again early. The fact that Crizzen gets the dinker and not the kill will also sting. The reposition out of Kaspersky is just brilliant, 'cause it's so hard for Brolin to manage his angles. No AWP for either party. NIP I don't mind that all that much. Prison. Searching. And spammed out in the round. Brilliant. Down. Martinez is dead as well. This is a disaster for Heroic.
It's all right. They just need 2 rounds in this first half and they're fine. B gamble, but if you just walk through main. Here the util, players in towards heaven. Sound just walked all the way through from, I don't know, outside ramp somewhere. He's managed to go all the way in. 7-0, and nothing to say so far for Heroic.
You'd argue that this is currently looking worse than Mirage. For NIP, you gotta be sat here thinking, how do we not close? Could have been a wipe on Mirage. 7-0 up on this T-sider of Nuke.
Terrorists win.
It's such a roller coaster of a series. You think about all the emotions that Heroic went through, and then you inverse that for NIP. It's a lot to deal with mentally. Susp yet to get a kill. Kristen's only got 1. Frags just haven't been here. Kaspersky's 10-1.
Pop. Susp has a chance, but the smoke's going to block things, and I think it's not going to go. Oh, Brolin actually wins out that engagement. And I feel like Kaspersky was just going to bring him down and leave. Brolin traces the tracers.
I think that's the second opening kill for Heroic all CT side. Does Stown not see Krisen? Because Krisen definitely sees Stown. Adjustment is good enough, though. Only the Deagle. So he can manage. Susp waiting patiently by the door. Nilo needs to pass his test over at Rampart as well. No. Oh, creeps out. This timing is good for Nilo. You've still got a double setup on this A-bomb site. Stown's down B, but linking up with him is going to be the tricky point. Finally, it feels like Heroic have got another chance. They've got the player advantage. So half HP for Brolin. That's going to end his life. Susp over the top of Hut. Able to at least get 1 kill, but now Snappy and Stown are going to try and crunch upon him. Bomb gets planted. It's down. Oh. Not ready for Susp, and this should be the lock-in for Heroic, and it will be. Nice headshot onto Snappy. Finally, a round back here for Heroic.
Snappy just needed to clear in towards Squeak there if they wanted to make that round work. That was not much of a look in. But first round for Heroic, Susp gets 3 in it as well. That's fantastic for him. There's the equation. Brolin with the opener. Nilo just getting a great timing there as well. Gonna need a whole lot more where that came from.
0 flash assists for all of Heroic.
Again, this fight, Brolin gets grazed. Nilo's taking some space off all of his contact. And he'll get Kaspersky. Orb now steps in. That's more like it.
That's really good initiative. That's something we've not yet really seen out of Heroic. I mean, I know Krizen's tried to cross towards Red Box a couple of times. No. Will now make his way through. Deal with Brawler. Suffs will get the trade on note, but Stown outside still proving to be a little bit of a problem. Snappy will be able to link up. He goes down secret. Heroic retake lobby. Stown is really just hoping for an opportunity. It might be Nilo that deals with him. His timing feels very good for Nilo. Oh, and he will catch him walking down secret. There's the claim, and now Snappy's in a tricky 1v3.
Already a player here at ramp, and okay, we'll get over and get the bomb down. So can't stop that, but Martinez in hot pursuit. An isolated fight, can't quite win it out. So 2 in a row for Heroic. That one should have always been theirs with 2 nice openers off that push in towards ramp. That was an interest garnered by NIP with this couple of kills outside, but Heroic cover their tracks. That's a classic lobby crunch, or lobby push. There's the AWP. Still comes down. Money for days for NIP, though. No AWP for Stown this time. Keeping with the AK. Just tries to get in towards Vent and gets destroyed. Martinez gets his pick. And it's looking great until Kaspersky does get one back.
Martinez doesn't really need to overcook here. In main again. Never mind, it goes the other way. Brolin still gets the kill and then follows through on Snappy. And they know that Kaspersky was in lobby, because that's where he got his kill. Sus blocks it in with the headshot. Free on the spin for Heroic.
Yeah, a lot of props to Brolin. Mentioned it that, you know, when he first came into this roster a week ago, that's in those kind of first couple of games, I think that Nuke was where he immediately shone on the CT side. He's very good at locking down door. I've seen that here in these rounds.
When he first came in a week ago.
Yeah, all that week ago.
Been a lot of officials, to be fair.
That's true.
Stake
That's
odds
true.
still favouring NIP. Makes sense. They got 7 rounds on T side, but if Heroic make it 7-5 and win the pistol, it's basically even.
Yeah, you know what? Most of the series I've played since making the changes have been 3 maps. The one versus Focus, the one versus StarLadder are the only ones that are different. This is the 9th best of 3.
Feels like we've
Might also be 3
commentated
maps.
at least 6 of them.
True.
Oh, big break. That's what Krizen gets as well. Another opening kill here for Heroic. No. Ooh. That's got a very good timing. They've got no idea that he's here until Nilo snaps. Breaks his neck. It's down then. Oh, doesn't get caught by Krizen. What a flick. So keeps it relatively even here. Still the player disadvantage. Roland's now gone down the vent. Stown starts to search. Oh, if he can get this time and if he can get this kill. Oh, it's a different story. Instead, the bomb's dropped. And it feels like Heroic. They're going to continue to maintain their streak.
Tell you what, yeah, Nilo hits breaks a neck, but it's down. It's a wrist breakup. Well, that bomb getting caught ends the round, you feel. Honestly, you just want to go sit on the roof right now if you're Kaspersky. Maybe he wants to pick up this AWP. That's been his command. Because you can see the money is not good. Tell you what, Heroic get 5, and like this is such a different conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like they didn't get the pistol. So and then they forced and lost. So it's been 4 gun rounds they've lost. So basically, if they get 5,
that was after time.
oh, that's not good. If Heroic get 5, they've actually really got an 8 when you think about it.
Well, that's not how that works, but okay. I understand what you're saying.
It makes sense. Don't question it.
Okay, sure.
If I return an item I bought, I've made money. Get it?
Well, no, you're just getting your money back.
Oh, you don't get it. You don't get it. It's fine. All right, outside. That's where NIP look to go. Galil's for the most. Kaspersky, yeah, that is not the weapon he wants in this round. Just a sidearm to get it done. And see you later note. Just spammed out. At least Kaspersky gets an upgrade. Just direct down.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
and another one from Krisin.
Brilliant.
2 bodies. You got to rotate players now.
Yeah, you feel like that's happening already, but it isn't. Finally, Nilo will drop forward. Kristen doesn't want to go down the vent. I don't blame Heroic for that decision. Where does Nilo park himself? That's the next question. Maybe on top of Silo? No. Instead it is just in the corner. He's hearing them jumping about now as well, so surely that's going to force a rotate. A second body down in towards this B bomb site. This angle is either fantastic and wins the round, or he gets destroyed instantly, and now it's a disaster because Heroic don't have space. Here we go. Door swings open. Nilo. Oh, we'll find both. And now Snappy can't do a whole lot. Knows about Nilo. He's also dealt with Brolin, but he can't handle Nilo. 5 rounds in a row for Heroic. They spare their blushes on the CT side.
Another comeback? Is it really happening? 5 rounds in a row for Heroic to give them a fighting chance into this second half. But it's the T side they have to get it done on. Seen some of their struggles previously on it. And they turn the tides. Pistol required, double dualies to keep them at bay on A.
And ramp. And that's where the bomb is. Shush. Oh, thinks, but not claimed. No, will step in. Kaspersky now starts to activate as well, but he gets dropped too. Good awareness by Heroic. Put it back into the 3-on-3. Remember, Shush is still dinked. I love this out of Snappy and Note. They're now pushing. Radio together, but how far do they extend? That there's also this crazy lurk time in. Because Susp is outside. Shush has dropped down B. They don't know that yet. And now Brolin feels like he's just got to go in towards the site. He can plant for heaven. That's the key detail. Martinez then steps through on Note. Shush and Snappy step forward. And they're chasing ghosts. They're trying to look for Martinez. Now Brolin's completely disappeared. How's this timing? Oh, Snappy didn't see him. And that allows Brolan to look back. Shush. He was the guy that was dinked. It feels like it's all over in this pistol here for NIP. Heroic are going to continue their winning streak.
What a round from Berlin. Thought it was all done and dusted at multiple avenues. That round could have been undone. He's solo with the bomb after losing his support at ramp. Manages to disengage from ramp. Kaspersky steps into hut, hoping to be that trump card that removes him. Berlin anticipates it. And then he's just careful on when he jiggles back to look and see if that push is coming through from ramp. He spots it. Confirmation. Sus gets into heaven. Bomb goes down. And then Snappy just gets the worst timing ever. Or just doesn't see him. Maybe both. Force back for NIP. They lose this, and Heroic will be in a great place to get into the lead.
Nice nade. Give Susper a little bit of a reality check. Heroic will still cross outside. That molly is very good. So on to Snappy. He won't deploy his utility. Prison now scales. He takes deep space down. Aware of the potential possibility and notes the Eagle somewhat box Prison in. There's so many bodies out here for Heroic. And I like this. Waiting for the reaction. Shush. Jiggled, but dealt with it immediately. Brolin just makes a move. He just excuses himself.
Chance here with 5-7. First kill comes, and the second, not there, but decent damage. Crescent manages to free himself from his cage, gets out, note removed. Now Crescent can go into heaven. I feel like this will just be a convergence upon, well, maybe not this bomb site. Oh dear, they're going to come back up. They're going to come back up, and at least Crescent's here.
Time. Go B.
Final player.
Go B.
Either going to find the fight. They're just going to look for him. They have to either get this bomb down or kill him. And Kaspersky, he's making it tricky. The bomb not being sus. And Sus needs to find the frag. Oh my god, they let it slip. And it is a head in hands moment. That was Heroic's ticket back into Nuke.
Just go B. Just go B. The bomb is in the vent. Or at the very least, just up above it. You got 12 seconds. You can easily run away there. You know he's in hut. He can't deny you. But instead, it is just 1v1 after 1v1 being taken. That is poor, and that is panicked from Heroic. And that's also the inability to change what you want to do in the mid-round. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster for Heroic. That's how their streak ends on Nuke.
Why is he with the max 10 into hurt? I just... all the way you wanted that 2v1 to play out. Alright, now going to actually go to B, but now there is the player here. Note steps in and gets two there.
Wow.
Luck's been dealt with. Isn't hoping someone drops down the vent, but they're just going to circumnavigate it. Nothing being offered up. Susp stays active. Kid on Kaspersky, and it's an entire array of players coming out from the ramp. Susp looking for the headshots. First comes his way, second not offered up. And the bomb, not the commit, but Crescent Tech 9, so difficult, and they just swarm him. Kaspersky will defuse, and that'll be 9 for NIP.
I was really looking at the minimap and I was figuring out who had the kit there for NIP, because that was actually very scary because of the time. I think Susp does brilliantly there, just to stay at the back of sight, live for as long as possible. He gets that kill on Stown. It maybe is a different story. More seconds would have been burned off that clock. But no, all under control. We once again say thank you to Lorgar for providing the official PCs for the main StarSeries event. www.lorgar.com. As Heroic forced in, didn't work. Now they've got the Eagles. And they have given sufficient runway now for NIP to take their map pick.
Lovely from down. Head on a swivel. Feels like he's playing refrag out here. Hitting all those shots. Oh, I'm so sad for Heroic. But it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Just gets a whole lot harder. From where it should have been 9-8, it's now what? 10-6.
Final timeout as well. But as you say, Lucy, the gun rounds, that's where Heroic were finding their mark. We now have a gun round. They want to have a say to how Nukes played out. They have to win this, and wow, Stake are having their own say. And they think now with the scoreline being 10-6, now with NIP resetting Heroic, there is no way back in for them on this map.
Down low early. So run away. Prison has managed to get through in towards garage.
They don't know.
This timing looks fantastic. Opening hill with Kaspersky. Big head to find.
And now you're going to try and go ramp, but that means that Note is here. Can't deliver a multi. Instant trade for Heroic. Ollie's going to force Snappy back. There is a pathway to go in towards the B bomb site if you want it, but Heroic not interested. Shush slides into the CT vent. Crizant now starts clearing, but he's completely by himself. Has to clear this angle, and he will. Very diligent from Heroic. 4v2. Now for NIP, but was down on 15 HP. You're never really attempting this.
That's really well worked from Crizant outside. Sort of success that he looks for when he does go on those lurks solo. And if he just put a lot of focus elsewhere early, I think because they're going for that aggressive push in towards Hut. And also that you've seen that all, I think it emboldens Crizant to continue making the move. Just finding the frag, staying alive, being a nuisance. A 7th for Heroic. Money is absolutely fine for NIP, and they'll be able to hold on to what they've got.
Terrorists win.
Heroic going back to like route 1 of their nuke game plans, which is Crizant outside. Try and find a kill. And this round it worked. But I still want to see more variety from them. Head in hands for Kaspersky. You're still in the lead by quite a significant margin. It isn't doom and gloom just yet.
I feel like I said the exact same thing on Mirage about Kaspersky as well, when it was like 10 to 3 or something, or 10 to 4.
You were winning this map 7-0. That does have to be said.
Yeah. And it's only because of that man's actual heroics in that force buy round that it's not worse than it is.
That's true.
Everyone outside round.
See, I thought it was going to be get a little bit of space outside, then pop A. But with The lobby player being removed early.
And Nilo's gone back to fill that role.
This should be a kill.
Oh, Chris, see you later, buddy. As easy as you like.
Good trade.
At least the trade is there from Susp.
That was necessary. The issue you've got now is you've committed, I'd argue, too many players outside. Because we still enter this common feeling of linking up between the three heroic bodies. Most common reaction when you lose outside is to push lobby. That's what Nilo is hoping for, but instead, Spersky, oh, not able to get the kill. Does a lot of damage onto Sut. Just will find Nilo. Trade out of Martinez. Stoun's here with the AWP, just trying to lock off main and Squeaky at the same time. Should be able to at least find one of these fights, surely. As he locks in on Hut. Careful not to be walked upon, and he isn't. Jump spot as well will confirm Martinez. 15 seconds. As he's completely and utterly trapped. He knows where all of these players are, he just can't deal with them. NOP up to 11.
Yeah, this is a bit more of some of the rounds we saw earlier on in Nuke from them in some of their first outings. Kind of picked apart there. Chris just walks through the smoke to his death when they're already in the 4-on-5. And you can't blame him for trying to make the play. I mean, he has found some success on that in this half. It ends up feeling a little foolish. It was well back in, but Stown gets a good timing onto Sus. They were definitely navigating a way back into the round. It relied on timings, which didn't favour them.
Saw the pop up there as well. ATK doing a giveaway of 8 gaming mice. Prison, oh, looking to maybe give away his life outside again. Oh, Flick is
That hit.
lovely. Out of Stown, not a clean kill, but it's good enough. No. Playing the smoke fade with Heroic. A dangerous game. One in which he'll win out one fight onto. Snappy. Dodged, but spotted as well by Heroic. And he's got to make a decision whether to commit to the fight or leave. Martinez will fall in the meanwhile as Kaspersky pushes, and then Stown will find Krisen outside. So that means you have to go downstairs to deal with Snappy.
And no other way into the round, but now he's got support. Moves over. Snappy is spotted, but still gets his kill. Nice one out of Brolin. Well, you know where Snappy is. I've gotten Barcody. Oh, a lovely snap up from Snappy. And that's 12 now for NIP.
And that's no money, if I'm not mistaken, for Heroic. Very tough. At least, again, look, they've rebounded to a certain extent here after being down 7-0. But after that force by loss, you always were just assuming that NIP were going to lock in this map. And that's the way it's transpired. 5 in a row needed for Heroic. They've already done one comeback, but getting another one feels really out of sight right now.
Well, at least they pulled off that comeback on map one,
That's true.
or this series would be out of the question right now. NIP should be sitting here with this all done and dusted. Ancient is the decider. It was a somewhat risky decision from Heroic to remove Inferno to force it down. Didn't have to. Could have left that in and removed Ancient, which would have forced NIP to send it to Inferno. It'd be fresh territory for these two teams to contest upon.
I thought we were good then.
Xard would hate those headphones.
Don't need to mention him.
Smiles back for Kaspersky. Sun's out, smiles out. 12-7. You've never been in this position and lost before.
That's so BM. Yeah, money is where I thought it would be for Heroic. Your MVP weapon is a Mac 10. To be fair, on your MVP player. However, it ain't looking good. I think we'll be shortly seeing this series reach a conclusion on Ancient.
Snappy's just holding for Crescent to walk through this. Triple smoke suggests that it will potentially happen. This is looking like a wrap in towards main with a pop onto the A-bomb site. Spassky waiting and ready, and there's that kill supported by Snappy. Sus does get one, Brolin two, and some interest into the round. Shush gets overwhelmed, but's down. He drops down into the backside, side up, out and into the one-on-one. Brolin actually gets the kill, and Note is down on B. Thought they were potentially dropping. Brolin has some room to work. Note only now just starting to reposition.
So weird. Oh, this
Both
is
of them
so
expecting the
awkward.
other to appear on their bomb site.
Exactly, because it's been so long as well for Note. He's thinking, why hasn't he planted yet? Now, Brolin's thinking, well, where is he? You're both playing your own mind games. Which, I mean, makes sense given the circumstances. Yeah, Note is so locked in that this is going to be the B bomb site. Oh, and it might be. It surely isn't with this time. He's just going to go and clear lobby. Could still drop vent. Could go B.
He won't.
He
Surely
will.
not.
He will.
But he's just cleared everything. Oh, but the smoke's going to work.
He's planting.
The smoke's going to work. Bomb goes down. Berlin has the AWP.
When does the penny drop?
When does the penny drop for Note?
I don't know. I don't know. Surely now.
Hello, someone tell him. Someone tell him. There we go. Someone's worked it out. Note's on his way.
But you're not holding
Berlin
round.
has the AWP. He's not holding active.
Is the door open?
This is mind games. Everyone's playing each other.
It's closed.
No one's playing chess. This is all checkers.
He's sticking it. Roland, he's sticking it right in front of your face. Open the door and get the kill. He will. Oh, what a weird 1v1. But it's one in which Heroic will win.
Fantastic round from Berlin. Fantastic round. He manages to close it. A 1v2 to keep Heroic in it. A desperate position. He's having a great map.
Oh my god.
That was one of the 1v1s of all time.
Did you get nervy yet? Surely not. Especially not with that push. And now the king is dead. And Krisen's going to go on another adventure outside. He's so relentless in his pursuit to do this. And Snappy knows the game. Knows it so well. Sus, top main. Dealt with. And also you see a gun barrel. Kaspersky sees the gun barrel, but Martinez will still get the kill. 4v2. I think we've reached the conclusion of Nuke. Unless something disastrous happens here for NIP. Kaspersky is only on 5 HP. You've got no map control if you're Heroic.
You have got that kill on Kaspersky, but that was the low HP player.
Now you go back outside, probably. Maybe you can catch Snappy, but Snappy should...
cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't.
We built a legacy that defined generations. But history only remembers those who survive what comes next.
Okay, that's some resistance. Okay, maybe you can. Eating my words.
Faster.
It's bullets. 2, 3. No one's gonna get it.
More brutal.
Let's take it home.
Unforgiving. Season 20 is here. Write your name in gold.
Well, Heroic couldn't quite upset us on Nuke after that amazing comeback on Mirage. It does go to the decider. Ancient, new territory between these two teams, at least in terms of maps played. Last time the decider was, I think, Mirage, actually, after Inferno kicked things off. So it's a new territory for these two teams, one that, for NIP, historically, they've played quite a lot of. It's always been one that they've had in their back pocket. For Heroic, not as many reps on it, but what we've seen so far with this new roster has looked quite good.
Yeah, certainly has. I mean, a lot of this is going to be dictated down to the CT sides and how aggressive they're going to be. Fighting for mid control is going to be so important between these two, and I'm really interested to see what we get. I think Stown is definitely the key player to look at here when you compare him and Martinez and the outputs on Ancient, because I just think Stown's rifling on Ancient has been superb recently. I know Heroic went on that massive streak against Astralis yesterday to usher them out of the qualifier, and that was on that CT side. But NIP, I think, are going to be stiffer competition. Stake odds believe so as well, and they've now got NIP as the slight favorites. It's funny how that's flip-flopped, because it was Heroic to kickstart, then it massively went in favor of Heroic, and now we're back to NIP over at Stake.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to Ancient being such familiar territory for them, even though they haven't played each other on it. But I've been really impressed by what I've seen from the new look Heroic on this map, especially Brolin. I think he, in that game yesterday, was absolutely lights out, and that's good because he's been very good this series, right? He was the one standout player on Nuke that was really fighting to keep them in that. I think he had some good impact on Mirage as well. And he'll be a key piece here. So the fact that he's in good form coming into this means that B site's going to be a lot more comfortable for Heroic.
Yeah, Snappy's calls on Ancient, especially on the T side, get a lot around the mid control. Set it up going in towards A. So I think Suspit is going to be challenged a fair bit for Heroic. Martinez's starting position, I think, needs to be really flexible as well. and I need to see him going for opening picks. Maybe a little bit more consistently. We know how good Kristen is on Cave. He was shutting down Astralis round after round over at Jaguar.
Yeah, I feel like the worry is not B. With
No, it's
where
A.
Heroica at the moment, it's definitely A, and it's definitely mid. I mean, Susper, I think he is given a lot of responsibility in Donut, and he does some really good work there. We've seen that. Just he doesn't overextend a lot. He will keep that control. But Kaspersky is such an explosive player. Like, I just feel like he's going to be very hyper aggressive. That mid is going to be really hard to deal with. And we'll see how they handle it, because we have seen Heroic go for some aggressive mid takes, but not always. Seems to depend what mood they're in. We know that NIP are going to be fighting for it consistently.
Especially on CT, Shush is such a good, reliable player when NOP fight for mid. We saw how many multi-kills he was getting against Echo on this map in particular. And I think it's going to come down, as we say, a lot about middle. And we can get into it and stop speculating. Let's continue the battle together with Stake here. Deciding map here. The qualifiers, winner will go through and play Magic. Doolies for Kaspersky. It's for Posture A.
This looks pretty direct. Martinez has a whole belt of util in his pockets. Shush and Stoud in middle. Brolin might just have a little bit of a lurk here, but that bomb won't be committing out this way. Smoke has completely missed the mark and actually landed and blocked Brolin. I don't know how that's happened, but that means Shush can now just fight forward. And he's able to hold on for now. To isolate some fights, but Nilo does eventually run him down. And there, the kill onto Stoud. Brolin got the gush. 4 on 3, Note, and Snuffy's actually pushed all the way out, but a player behind default, not anticipated. Overlooked and killed. Prison runs forward, and it's on to Kaspersky. First of 3 required, and he doesn't have the kit. Does have a smoke. But loses his life immediately.
I think that they play that really well. Prison especially, because he gets the kill on site, and then he deliberately forces that fight in towards CT. And why does he do that? What does that accomplish? It makes it a one-on-one. And it makes it just immediately a level playing field. He wins out the fight against Note. Note's not ready for him just to swing that angle. And from there, you've got the positioning towards Donut. I love the scaling as well onto Shush, because it's a beautiful shot here. But Nilo around the world and then back again to deal with Stown. Really impressed with the way that they handle that they adapt and they adjust immediately. Heroic. It's going to be the force fight for NIP. That's going to be the push out. And the molly will burn and do significant damage, but it's Kaspersky that gets the opener.
Good start to the force fight. That could have gone so wrong for Heroic in that pistol when that smoke does, like, it does the worst possible thing. Like, I don't know how you miss a smoke so badly that's destined for Donut that it lands in elbow. Couldn't believe it. Blocked Brolin. That might be one of the craziest miss smokes I've ever seen. Just like watching it on the minimap fall back.
Yes, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But here comes that push out A main. So pieces are in the right place here for NIP, and they've got the player advantage. Heroic need to move now. That's why they've dropped this smoke, to give themselves a little bit of scaling. Flashbang forward. Snappy's head ripped off. The flashbang will at least delay proceedings for a moment. Note through the smoke, chiming in with the deagle. And the kills, oh, they're being collected by Kaspersky. Nilo low as well. But the double swing good enough for Heroic. But in comes that backstab down. Able to find one. Surely. Not anticipated. Martinez moves into long. And with 20 seconds left, he has to consider all the options. Maybe a knife out, maybe a move. But with the time, I'm pretty sure he's just going to go... Oh, actually over towards this A-bomb site. So Shush will grab a Galil. Martinez is out of there. We'll drop a smoke. Is he going to plant within it? He is. But this gives Shush such a direct opportunity just to spam. But then also, information goes the other way. So Martinez can adjust accordingly. And now it is boiling down to these mind games. Martinez parks himself. Right behind Big Box. No kit. No smoke now for this bomb for Shush. He has to rely on audio alone. Martinez has got him locked in. Surely he knows exactly where he is. A jiggle, a fake out. He knows the bomb's not committed. Time starting to expire. Shush tries to consider every angle, but Martinez hiding in plain sight just behind the box. Clutches up for Heroic, and they're able to get the force buy back.
Yeah, lovely against Heroic. They don't fall foul to those force guns, even with the disadvantageous early fight going the way of NIP. 4 on 5. They have to go up into B. Kaspersky, with that decoy, doing some serious work. 3 kills from it. He gets himself a hero rifle into this round. With a chance to make it threatening. Now, I don't blame you, when only one player lives. That damage was done. This rifle do some serious work. Could cause the upset.
All you need to do if you're Heroic is just group together. That's spotted, surely. And it is. So that hero rifle has now been diminished. Just to a 3rd HP. At least he is alive, and at least he dodges that nade. The stack is somewhat in the right place currently. For NIP. It's down pushed A main. Whilst all of this was going on, and it looked a little bit scary for Martinez, but he's able to escort the bomb. It feels like Heroic, they're now posturing for a smash and grab attempt on this B bomb site.
Stan keeps pushing, and Kaspersky can then start to move towards red, and he won't be too far away. But obviously low HP, so his impact becomes a little limited. We'll attempt to block that smoke. There was some success, but no, it still does cover the pathway. Ooh, thought he was going to fire off then. Could have potentially had his mark. Sus looks to round onto Snappy, but it's actually Krizin clearing cave. I think that should be the threat negated in this round. Kaspersky should just look to hold on to the M4. Yeah, he's going to go do that. All right, pass the test.
Especially with Martinez looking back on the snout and just making sure that flank is utterly dealt with. Shush. No armor. It's the one on the way out. Doesn't get it. Instead, his head gets rocked by Nilo. So you're right. Rifle maintained. That's a small consolation prize. But the misery is piling on NIP early. It's the first time that Heroic have had somewhat of a lead in a map.
True. Yeah, they've actually had a good start. On the T side, no less. Sounds AWP now comes out. Snappy buys no util.
Okay.
Not sure what's going on there. First he eats a nade. That is painful. And his spike's coming his way. Flashbangs, great. Trades, we mentioned Shush, normally good at mopping these up, but can't afford to overface. Down just about gets away with that one. Barely living as he limps away.
Look at Snappy. He's pushed. Martinez is holding. Martinez aware, timing. Oh, he's still fine. Snappy can't believe it. That was the round in the palm of his hands, and now he's just giving it back to Heroic.
That kill would have really changed things.
That would have been the bomb.
And a 4-on-2 instead, 3-on-3. Players low on each side, but down low with the AWP not as threatening.
They can molly him.
This line. Will they, though? Does Martinez want to throw this? Oh, he's going to. Will it actually tick for any damage? 1. Martinez actually takes more. Stown still gets the kill. And now Martinez gets dropped, and it looks like it's all going to be okay. As Krizin can clutch this up. Smoke deployed deep. Swap in weaponry. And another molly. Oh, okay. There goes Down into the 1-on-1. The spam so close. 20 seconds. His own smoke causing a bit of a concern. Didn't go quite deep enough. No, just standing on the other side, waits for that jump up, gets the kill, and gets the round.
Oh, he does not realize how close he was just to getting Note through that smoke. Really good proactivity from NIP in this round. I love the push down, catching Martinez. Snappy should have had Martinez, but Note will. I love the push through the red room smoke as well from Stown, just to support his mid players. And the readjustment, because he knows that with that molly thrown by Martinez, that Heroic are looking to scale in towards Cave. First round back, stay cods heavily with Heroic, and Sus ushered out of elbow. Snappy does even more damage onto Crizzen.
They just burst up. See you later, Note. Snappy can't get it done. All the damage in the world. I mean, no one has more than half HP.
You don't know that because it's all unconfirmed.
There's maybe, 150 HP between 5 players? That's so rough. That's so rough. You doing the maths?
Yeah.
I'll let you work it out, what the total HP is. But, I mean, it's just crazy. 10, 17, 28.
141.
141 HP across 5 players. They're going to have to go pretty far to live, funnily enough. Like, they got to get themselves to T-spawn or they're all dead. I don't think Martinez can live. Oh,
It's
maybe
new
he can get
bomb,
around
isn't
that
it,
corner.
though?
No, I think
it's fine.
Martinez found a spot. Just about. Oh, okay, that might be the best spot where he went. 28 damage there. That's not bad.
That's so rough. That was so much damage being inflicted, but it was fatal the other way on NIP. And that's also in a round where you've just broken through. Tech pause comes in. Untimely for NIP. But at least it's quick. And they'll take an actual timeout so they can speak about things, but this CT side, it felt like it was off to the races. It's been put back in the paddock by Heroic. MP9 for Snappy. That really paints the picture of what the finances look like here.
Okay. Down up. Needs to find some impact. Needs to look for those chances. And he might get it over towards A. That's where Heroic want to go. It's going to be a forward setup at the same time. Flashbang. Looks like it was going to really do some damage to the CTs, but they're somehow standing. Shush. Flushed out. There was nowhere for him to go. It's a sea of flames. He has caught afloat in it. 5-on-4 early. He spotted the AWP. He got a lot of room to move.
So key factor here is Brolin holding. He's just holding the delicate pixel angle, and Note will walk straight into it. Ready for another, and that gets the confirmation. It's down. He's the one that should be worried on this smoke fade. There's so many players here for Heroic. First kill belongs to him. Flashbang round the corner. Another peek out, but a missed shot. Oh no. Oh dear. It's fine. Sus able to trade. Roland, he's still out. In towards heaven. Snappy will find him. 3 versus 2. Bomb not committed yet. And there is a smoke up. Spam. Will it come forward for Kaspersky? Quite. Oh, but it will afterwards. Sus on the retreat, caught. This round's
such a
on.
Cool kill. Just knows that fallback, that timing on it when he's walking. Thing is, Snappy's solo. This is all on Kaspersky. Nice smoke to get onto the bottom. Didn't stick. There's no tap. Also into panic. And they are panicking. That's going to enable Snappy to lurk, and it's worked. Kaspersky, how about that? What a phenomenal round. Such an intelligent play, both on that first kill and in the way he baits out all of the positions to let Snappy lurk.
That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And this is how the round started. It was really weird. And you think Heroic have done enough by holding this lurk? Down, ironically, like, just it does so much. Gets Kaspersky on the angle in time because he's able to live. And then the AK runs out of ammo. So he stays alive for an extra 2 seconds when he otherwise shouldn't have. That would have been the bomb down. That would have been Heroic in afterplants. Instead, Kaspersky flexes his brain. And Heroic, it's their turn to call the timeout. Can this be consecutive rounds now for NIP?
If it is, it puts the brace on Heroic. Aggressive in mid. They managed to get up on towards heaven. Martinez might be under threat from Kaspersky. Is that Sam going to come? Quite manage it. Damage goes back the other way, in fact. So mid control taken, but not much they can actually get off it is the problem. It's always interesting how much downs are a part of these mid pushes. I don't always see an AWP getting this active.
He might be good for a frag as well. Shush has to protect Stown here. Heroic regroup. Martinez on the close angle. You've got to be wide, and he'll get rid of Stown, and Shush is only good for a kill. Martinez opens up mid. Slices NIP in half. And now this gets tricky. It's now Kaspersky's responsibility in Donut. Note is going to be able to pivot over. Prison's just having a little bit of a look. And I was going to say that was a nice spam because it baits in Kaspersky, but you know the 2 players are here. Martinez doesn't give a damn. A 3rd kill in the round. Now Brolin is searching B. Can this get weird? Maybe. You've got to clear out Snappy.
Oh,
and
it's
they can't.
weird. It's done. Oh, yeah.
Why would you not go A?
Yeah, Martinez gets 3 kills and he can't believe it. You just run back to B with no info. The only info you have is that site itself is empty. But just charging through, lackadaisical in towards cave. Snappy's the cave player.
That's poor. That is really poor. Rush of bloods to the head for Heroic. Be clear. I mean, it's the right com, but also not really. And they can't trade the MP9 that's just tucked in the corner. Spurs gets on the angle in time. And as you say, that is going to completely flatline the economy here for Heroic. It is just Martinez's AWP. And to be fair, last round it was just Martinez's AWP. Saw that pop up as well for ATK gear. Interested in peripherals? Check them out, but in addition to that, they're giving away 8 gaming mice as Kaspersky. Oh, okay. Isn't able to get sus, but Snappy's there on the trade. There's still 2 players on this B bomb site. Can Martinez unlock the door for Heroic? Oh, he's dead. Can Crizzen unlock the door for Heroic?
Yeah, it's now just a cycling of the CWP. It's Stown's repositioned off this long angle.
Oh, don't you peek that.
NIP don't need to do a thing.
A double boost? That's going to see nothing?
Oh, I like it. A little jump. Hop. There you go.
Oh, well, there he is.
There he is. Found him. And cleaned up. Simple affair. That was the kill on
Nice round out
Martinez.
Stout.
Beautiful shot.
Starts to get a bit stressful now for Heroic. Martinez only on the Deagle. At least there's AKs for everyone else. No, he's now the player getting active in towards middle, and he'll succeed. A lot of damage as well onto Nilo, but at least he's able to get one on the way out. It's a shush timely kill in towards mid. That is the intervention that keeps the player advantage intact here for NIP. Brolin's lurks so far towards this side of the map have been pretty inconsequential. That needs to change, especially in this round.
Don't want to go anywhere near Donut, let me tell you. 2 players lie in wait. Take a look, and, well, there's one of those players. That's the bomb. That smoke will allow it to be scooped back up. Prison gets it. Shush looks to try and catch him, and just about does. Barely. That could have been the round, throw him back into contention. Now it's just Berlin in a 1-on-4. Players low, but really difficult for him to put anything together here.
Apart from Stown, they will not pick yet. They don't need to. Nice shot. Good reposition out of Note immediately. Shush falls back. He is incredibly low. That would have been commed over by Prison. Note then steps into CT. But the reposition to big box, certainly favorable, especially with the time. Roland can't manage all of this. As he fake plants Note, we'll just bang him out through the box. NIP. They're now looking very good on this CT side. They've got a number of rounds in their favor. Yet again, without a bomb plant, I think Heroic could just reduce the pistols.
Yeah, this one feels pretty straightforward. A nice shot from Berlin, but that's about all that's offered up in it. Slow start to the half, but with the guns, NIP are doing some good work. And the majority of the gun rounds. It's down. This force of the line, this fast way towards A has gotten them in. Where do you go from here? What do you get? At the moment, not so much. Kaspersky did get caught out. But Shush has stepped through for 2 before Martinez gets his second.
That donut smoke's going.
Smoke's going to fade, and there is a player coming through. Note on the other side. Just waiting. The distraction's coming off the rest of these players. How do you plant at this point? This is so difficult. You need to find a fight.
Oh, shadow spotted as well for Snappy.
Bang.
Bang. Dodged, but kill collected. Going to go back towards Donut instead. Wide swing's good to get Martinez on the angle. Stown is trying to cut them off at the pass, and he'll do so successfully. No way out for Heroic. And NIP keep chaining rounds together.
And there was a bit of a threat in that round with a couple of nice kills, but just never getting the bomb down. Stown recognizes, needs to go and cut off that rotation. And it's all locked in. Not the best time for a tech straight out of the tag. Ah, I see. We've lost Snappy. It's been a pretty long series, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, bye.
Oh. He's back now. Come back.
Just as one comes back, the other one leaves. Okay, no, he's here.
He never took his headset off.
We're all good. Important gun round for Heroic. This is 5 rounds in a row now for NIP. Martinez with the AWP. Did so well in that previous round where he got 3 kills, and yet it just wasn't enough. As Heroic played themselves, so that they can't afford to do that anymore in this first half. They were winning this game 4-1. Now it's completely been taken back from them, courtesy of NIP. Fast scaling into heaven, boost up, and a kill. Out of Snappy making a double. Out of nothing, Snappy just swings. Kaspersky now wants to get involved on the line as well, but Snappy's done more than enough, surely. That's all the info.
You don't need to overextend now anyway. You've got these 2 players on B itself, and well, Kaspersky just spams out another. Kristen's got a crazy timing.
It's not going to matter.
He could. He'll catch down. We're into a 2-on-2, and suddenly
get
it really
over?
does matter.
Good enough. Kristen's found another. Oh no. Maybe it did matter. Maybe it really mattered. 1v1. Kaspersky drops in the smoke. Now he's got to figure out where he wants to go in this 1v1. He's now just run with his knife out to grab another piece of block utility. He deploys it over towards the ramp again. And I love this. Oh, if he goes back towards Red Room. Oh, this is so smart. Because Kristen's going to waste all this time clearing, and then he's got no room to go A. So he has to go B. And the last thing he's expecting right now is this big wrap around the world from Kaspersky. Will steer clear angles, but still has to watch his back. Kaspersky, knife out, gun out, and kill collected. That is phenomenal from ex-Kaspersky.
He's just been playing some lights out Counter-Strike. That's his 2nd round that he's delivered. With this really heads-up play in the moment. Kristen's thinking it's got to be cave. Like, that's the only position you can be right now. Absolutely brilliant. Keeping this streak going for NIP. Most Heroic can hope for is 5. And with the trajectory, it's not feeling so likely.
God, they're just getting bullied in mid. One player needs to get a kill. Oh, and does. Important opening from Brolin. Heroic now look to take mid, but again, Notes on the move. Ready for it, though, is Brolin. Maybe 5 is potentially a round that Heroic can piece together in the final of this first half. As they make their excursion through the middle of the map, no one is keeping an eye on it. Shush looks at A main. Laser focused in on Krisen. This would alleviate a little bit of pressure. And also would confirm to him that Heroic are on the way, but Krisen moves back. Just as his teammates step forward, Shush is certainly a dead man. The question is, can he take any down? Yes, he can, but there's that backstab. 4 versus 2. It gets even worse because Brolin never left. This is it for Heroic. It's down. He has got clutches in him, but this one feels one step too far, especially with no utility. Martinez, trained on the angle. Locked in the corner. You got a donut player that can swing it as well. Martinez. Ooh. Will collect it, and Heroic will have 5 as the half ends.
Well, that fifth does come through a bit later than Heroic were hoping, and definitely feeling like they could have gotten away with more in that half, just with that 4-1 lead they were on. And that one fumbled round came not long after. That can all be forgotten. They can get off to a good start on their CT side. Pistol round looking like B, and Heroic have the bodies here to deal with it.
Oh, and the shots. It's down, removed instantly. Flashbangs actually just more affecting NIP than Heroic. What a counter from Prison. And that is shut down comprehensively.
Not even a contest at all. Fantastic peek down from Brolin to get the first, and then flashbangs, bullets, rain down onto ramp. And IP gets shut out of the pistol round. That's now both pistols for Heroic. And it's again a force buy from NIP. Snappy forgot to buy a pistol.
God damn it.
Get the money for it.
Sorry, he's gone back to get it.
Okay.
That will slow down the overall hit, though. Which might change the dynamic. Susper Martinez standing resolute to try and keep NIP off their bomb site. Smokes go in, a jiggle, a run through of the incendiary. Surely, but Martinez on the angle is supreme. At least for a double. Susp not known. M4 recovered by Kaspersky. In the meanwhile, Snappy can plant. And he spams, aren't doing a whole lot, but look at how quick all of Heroic are here. Kaspersky needs to find more with this rifle, but they're just getting body blocks on each other. This is starting to be a little bit of a nightmare. And Prison will overwhelm them with the SMG. Snown and Kaspersky stuck on each other like glue. And Heroic are still able to piece together the round regardless. We're all tied up.
Just an explosion out through Temple. I love that from Heroic. They don't muck around. They know they've got the better weapons. They know they've got the advantage. Just charge through, overwhelm, get it done. And they do. Creates chaos at Big Box. I think even if there wasn't a little bit of blocking, it was still very difficult for NIP in that. All right. So basically the same start. The half, win the pistol, win the force. Now NIP force again. Get the snappy special, rush harder.
Now it's just Susp here. He's doing his best Martinez impression to lock out NIP, and that's a good start. A lot of damage has trickled through onto both Nilo and Susp. One could be committed again. Once more, all of the rotates are here in time for Heroic.
A bit more util for NIP. They do the deep smokes everywhere. Including into Temple, where that retake came through last time. Great pick from Martinez though. It's down. Caught. Trying to cross back to main. Sus gets his as well. So a bit of patience. Looks the net success. Kaspersky needed a multi. Snappy in towards Donut. Going to be playing late. And work. Get one kill, but I don't know if he can manage more. Bomb's being stuck, and he can't stop it, so he has to leave. Heroic onto 8 and into the lead.
Counter-terrorists win.
Just these quick rotates are really catching NIP off guard. They aren't ready to deal with the sheer output of Heroic and how quick they are at dealing with this. Susp does brilliantly just to stay alive as long as he does as well in Donut. Want to get your hands on official StarSeries PC, head to www.lawguard.com as we see that Martinez has over a 100 ADR. Stown just sitting above 70.
To figure out, like, almost all Martinez has come off the rifle, except for that one round with the triple kill. Like, this has been mostly other weapons. He's doing a fine job of it. So NIP kept forcing, and that has now come back to bite them. Hoping for the breakthrough, it doesn't come. This round still has some threat to it with that AK, the Mac 10, and obviously pistols with armor. And an opening pick. An M4 upgraded.
Not bad. Ooh, nearly a catch as well from Kaspersky. Now, Susp in the corner. Surely gets cleared. You have to clear this because there's nowhere else to look. No one's looking, but it's fine. And now notes follow through as well, and Nilo can't hold on. Out of nowhere. NIP able to right their wrongs, and it's beautiful. From the T side, Heroic just can't hold on.
Yeah, how does no one get a kill until that very final one from Brolin? Like, that's just crazy. Gotta feel bad for Sus there because he's got two backs turned and it's just an instant swivel. Really felt like he was set to get the kills. Great setup, the flashbang perfect. A shot from Note. The sound is getting all these ridiculous frags. Flashback Notes is also kind of crazy. You know what? They made these rounds so close. It's already put some serious damage onto the eco. Sure, it might be favored by Stake, but NIP right back into this.
Oh, what a flash. And yet, Sus was able to hold on. Two crucial kills. Materializing out of basically nothing. Spam is something that Stan will jump over. And now at a very hyper-aggressive AWP. Searching for answers. Trying to crack the code. Into the Heroic defense. Nilo slides back. And is acutely aware that this could be a possibility. Lovely re-smoke in towards red as well. Trying to sell the idea further that no one's home. But you've always got a player from Heroic invested in that situation. Roland will take his time. There is a really weird timing window here that NIP might be able to hit. But now they certainly know about it. Heroic. Stan gets tagged. Oh, sorry, Stan gets a tag. Now with 30 seconds, you need to find Sus, and you need to find Martinez. Martinez's position a little bit in jeopardy, especially with Sus falling. Maybe he can kill the player out of Donut. He's just going to hide in plain sight. Fake out on the bomb. Oh, Stan was ready. And now it's just up to Martinez and Nilo. Kaspersky thrown into this clutch. 10 seconds left and it's ready for Nilo immediately. That's insane. And NIP with 10 seconds left. Clutch up. Courtesy at the hands of one man yet again.
Oh, that's so frustrating. You can see immediately Brolin sent reeling in his seat. Martinez does such a good job getting 2 kills there. 10 seconds left. Kaspersky just wide swings into Donut. Surprise Sus. I mean, I guess he just wants the information, right? But, I mean, these are just fantastic kills. And Kaspersky, unbelievable clutch. He is on fire, and that's now 9 for NIP. All Sus's hard work in vain.
Almost as fire as those mouses. We're giving 8 away. All details in the banner as Krizen whiffs his smoke. Martinez 20 kills deep into this map. And they're still not in the lead. Three players. Rest on B. NIP having an incredibly slow and methodical T side. It's like pulling teeth out of Heroic. Smoke into red, smoke in Donut. That gives them a lot of leverage. Susp thinks, they could be trying to take Donut here. And that forces the rotates over. All in the meanwhile, Snappy has pulled the strings. And he's going back towards B, where it is just Krizen and a 5-7.
Look at that rotate coming over, but it's just another 5-7. But that is most of the haul. This just keeps blocking. This is a well-timed one at 30 seconds.
There will be.
Everyone's here though for CT. His bomb needs to go down. It's just some space. Long. Spersky tries to hold on to it. He's done well. Swing out from the pistol. A lot of bodies, but can't find the shots. The others do. And in the chaos, there's an attempt to overwhelm. But NIP hold their ground. They get double digits.
What a hold. And that was looking a little bit scary. A little bit scary here for NIP, just because of the time, and just of the fact that Heroic were getting those 5-7 kills. But now you've been able to overwhelm them. That's the eco gone. And that should be 11. Yeah, they've got nothing. And you should know this as well if you're NIP. You just got to find the stack, if there is one, and just go the other way.
Later, Krisen was not surviving the decision to go back into cave there. You can just poke and prod at this and you'll eventually pick them apart. It's down. Had the chance there. Doesn't want to get one digged. Player was spotted in towards a main. They are going to walk up here. There's that one dig. So it's down does end up meeting Sus. No, it's just going to scale. Block off Berlin. Bomb comes on up. Slightly dicey plant as they swing out behind him. But it's all dealt with. An attempt to overwhelm. At 11th. Confirmed with the single casualty at the moment.
Probably won't get worse. Yeah, Shush knows it. And we'll lock in on Martinez. Brilliant round. Out of NIP. They just take their time. They work their way up. Sure, Sus hits a 1D, but the scaling out of note is brilliant. Have a timeout called here. As Heroic will now just invest all their weapons for... Well, potentially is going to be the last timeout call for them as well. If they lose this, they'll have 3,400, but that won't be the prettiest of purchases. NIP right on the cusp. Nearly getting there. Sending Heroic home. It sounds so cool when you drop that line, but they're all at home already. They're playing online, but, you know, you get the sentiment, guys. I'll do it again.
Keeping them at
Heroic
home.
out of the tournament. Cancel the flights.
He just grouping B.
Oh, it's going to be punchy.
This is just going to be a direct play up B. Great time to call it. Orb's not present. Berlin does spot out one, but he might just peek into a whole lot. It's one for his troubles. Nice frag from Nilo. You still got Krisen in towards cave. Sus starts to rotate. Not looking so good now. Smokes begin to land. Oh, never mind. Instant kills. And what was looking good for Heroic has suddenly been turned on its head. Nilo is always present here. He now starts to skirt out. There's no one on the site. Thing is, you've got no utility, you don't have a smoke, you've got nothing to block off ramps, so you can't even really stop them. Planted in the open. Nice swing. Krisen, best you can do is stick this bomb.
Shush. Shush is there. Has to get the instant kill, and he's just done enough. That one kill on Nilo means that Krisen can't defuse, and time has expired. Shush has done it just by staying alive. And even though he goes down with the ship, there's so much money here for NIP. And I love the plant. I've really got to commend Shush for this plant. Because he plants open, he isn't susceptible to the mollies that get thrown behind the smokes. The nades that land on top of him only graze him rather than break his bones. and the reposition enough just to push NIP closer and closer to the finish line.
It did feel risky. All three players going down towards ramp, even with that open position. Stuck down there, have to find their way up ramp, and it doesn't quite work out with Nilo's frags. So to say shush. Gets it done. NIP favored by Stake to take this series. They have 4 chances to do it. They're looking to do it right now on A.
Martinez called upon again. Get another multi. Smokes ring out. Outs the motor. These rotates. Needs help and support. And Shush will brain him instead. Heroic have been so good at rotating and retaking this A bomb site. Trying to harass with the MP9 bullet. Trying to at least deny this bomb from going down. Brolin will knocks down out of the round, so at least it makes it even.
No kit. No kit. And the smoke really blocking Nilo. They have to get a move on. They have to go fast. Smoke onto main. Snappy just sits in it. Shush. He's flushed out. Note. Get one, but losing support. And it's all on the Snappy. A swing out, and maybe there is time. Nilo with 3 HP and 3 kills to his name keeps Heroic in it.
You really thought Note was good for a double there, but instead it is Snappy walking through that A main smoke. Spray adjustment brilliant, but he's got to go 270 degrees to get that final kill. That gives Nilo enough room, and I suppose enough HP to lock in that defuse for Heroic. But we've already spoken about the money for NIP. It's going to be relentless for Heroic, trying to break through, trying to climb back into this decider map, because it's going to be buy after buy. If they drop one more, then it will be goodbye for Heroic here in the qualifier. Martinez will at least be able to scavenge that AWP. Sus thinking about fighting middle. But Kaspersky's already, by himself, taking all this space. Counter util for Heroic. And a headshot not locked in by Note. Sorry, by Sus, but instead by Note. Kaspersky now looks to lurk. As NIP actually set their sights on Donut. This is all a little bit of a misleading attempt in towards this B bomb site, but Brolin will catch him quickly. But Nilo's pushing to A main. Might be misguided. Corner cleared and kill collected.
Yeah, but if he backs out, he's in trouble. He acknowledges that. Martinez comes around the corner. Note taken out, and well, there's that frag back, and you know you've got this player locked into main. Now it's going to step forward. Bomb being planted. 2 on 3.
Oh, just saw CT. You know about Brolin as well. So Nilo and Crizzen are going to link up, and they're going to go together. I don't mind the timing of this, actually, because Shush will find Crizzen. He might not be ready for Nilo. Certainly considers it now with the molly, but Nilo will fall, and Stown hits the shot. That's it. It's all done and dusted. NIP knock out Heroic, and they progress through to the qualification game. That's heartbreaking for Heroic, who come back on Mirage, can't do it. A 7-0 comeback on Nuke. And Ancient felt like it was theirs. That was the first time they had a good start to a map.
Yeah, NIP get their revenge though, right? Like, this is a rematch from back at State Ranked, and it's a fantastic recovery here from NIP after being so down, as you mentioned at the start, right? This is both pistols for Heroic. This felt earned by NIP on this final map, as well as the fact that Mirage should have been theirs. Like, you're right, that was a 10-2 half. Yeah. They let that one slip, and you'd feel so heartbroken for them if they couldn't get it over the line here. So NIP, they get it over. Shush, a big impact player, gets 2 kills in that final round. Didn't think he was going to. That looks so unlikely, and that's ultimately what secures it. Absolutely.
I thought the timing was good between Crizzen and Nilo, because Nilo wasn't going to throw any utility, but in fact he throws the molly, and that just pushes Shush straight into the gunfight. So suddenly those 1v1s become a lot more meaningful. Heartbreaking for Heroic, but look, the reality of the situation is this team has gone through an awful lot of change, and it feels like they are stepping forward in the right direction. Not just event after event, but official after official. Here's how the play-ins look. We've reached the final stage, which will take shape tomorrow. Aurora versus Hotu, Magic versus NIP.
Win that best of 3, you are through to the main event. Playing alongside teams like Vitality, Furia. It's going to be an absolutely incredible event. And no matter which teams go through, it's going to be, you know, these are all teams that I think when you looked at the opening kind of groups, all ones that you could have seen here. I think Hotu